everybody, my name is Morgan Stevens. I'm the Senior Program Director at Camp Seafarer. You might know me as the Sea Puppy.
And I'm Van King, Senior Program Director at Camp Seagull. People around camp know me as the Sea Turtle.
YMCA, Camp Seagull, and Camp Seafarer are located on the coast of North Carolina. We're perfectly situated on the Neuse River with over 350 acres at each camp. When you come to camp, you get to experience activities on the land and the sea. You can go sailing, skiing, rock climbing, archery, you name it, we've probably got it. At Camp Seafarer and Seagull, campers have the opportunity to be the best versions of themselves. They come to camp and gain independence, confidence through our programs, and get to build strong relationships in a safe and supportive environment.
In this video, we're going to talk with you about the program design and also give you some tools to help you have the most successful summer here at camp. The first thing that we're going to talk about are Camp Seagull and Camp Seafarer's program design. This is based off of 3 core elements. The first is freedom of choice. Your camper is going to have the opportunity to choose what activity they want to go to each day. The second is our rank system. This helps keep kids focused while they're out on activities. And the third is the coaching and the training that we provide to the counselors so that they can help the campers have a wonderful experience while out on activities. Let's get started with freedom of choice. What does that mean? Your camper will have the opportunity each day to wake up and figure out what they want to do on activities that day, which is fantastic. There's no signing up for specific activities. You may start off one day thinking, I want to go play tennis first thing in the morning, and then realize, you know what? Buddies of mine want to go play golf. And so they go off together and they have the ability to choose whatever activity they want to. Now, I have had some parents ask me, my 7-year-old's getting ready to come to camp and they have a freedom to choose whatever they want. Well, that's where the 3 elements of the program design come into play. We understand a 7-year-old with a freedom of choice, we just told him to walk out of the cabin and go do whatever he wanted to do. More than likely, he's going to kick a pine cone from one side of camp to the other. That's why our program design is based off of 3 key elements. We've talked about freedom of choice. Let's move on and talk about what the rank system means.
Let's talk about ranks. At Seafarer and Seagull, you don't have to sign up for an activity in order to be able to participate in it. Like Van said earlier, we have freedom of choice. But with the pine cone, how are we making sure that campers are getting to the activities and figuring out what they want to do? We use the rank books to help guide campers and give them a map on how they want to spend their time at camp. We have our blue book for our sea activities and we have our green book for our land activities. The rank system is set up very intentionally. We start at a very beginner level for each of the first ranks. Each rank builds upon itself and allows the camper the opportunity to hone in on the skills of each of those activities. So for example, let's take sailing. When you start out at sailing, you have opties or sunfish. As you progress through those ranks, you learn new skills. You gain a better understanding of how to handle the boat, different parts of the boat. Once you've mastered those boats, you then move on to the next rank and get to learn about the next level of boats. Same thing with archery. As you're continuing to progress through that activity, the target might get further and further and further away. The great thing about the rank books is the intentionality behind the way they were designed. Each rank has the individual skill that a camper will be learning throughout that rank. As they accomplish and achieve it, the counselor will then sign their name off and check off that they've completed it. They can look back and see their progression throughout the summer of the success that they've had on those individual levels. The green and the blue books also give campers a map of the opportunities and different activities at camp. So again, freedom of choice. They can wake up, decide what they want to do that day, go to their blue book and say, you know what, I want to go for my sunfish sailor. These are the steps that I need to take to do so. Blue and green books, maps, whatever you want to call them, they are your camper's guides to success in the activities and being able to set goals throughout the summer.
Let's talk about our third key element in the Seagull and Seafarer program design, and that is our staff. Staff are vital in the success of our campers achieving their goals throughout the summer. Counselors are trained during the day to scoop up campers as they're walking by to help them focus on activities and bring them into the activities to enjoy what they're doing during the day. Counselors are also trained at night when the day is over. Counselors will talk with their campers about how the camper's day went. Were they able to achieve the goals that they set for themselves today? What activities did they go out? Did they enjoy themselves? And what their plan is for tomorrow.
While not all activities require certifications, we do have outside trainers that come in to work with our counselors at each of the activities. These trainers are experts in their field and have the ability to teach our counselors so that they can deliver on the highest quality of program. Well, I might think I have a pretty mean golf swing. The golf pro is going to come in and actually teach me how to then be able to coach my skills and abilities to the campers. These outside trainers are an incredible resource for us and ensure that we are continuing every single summer to deliver the highest quality of instruction.
Now that we've gone through the three key elements of the Seagull and Seafarer program design, let's talk about the goal setting tool. The goal setting tool is something that you as a parent can sit down with your camper and look and map out what they may be interested in during the summer. But let me assure you, this is not the end all be all. When you first get this, as a new time parent, you may look at it and it may be very confusing. There are a lot of terms and terminology on the goal setting guide. That's okay. What you need to know is there's a beginner, a lower intermediate, an upper intermediate, and an advanced section of the goal setting guide. As a first time camper, or maybe even your second year, you want to focus on the beginner to maybe lower intermediate of the goal setting guide. These are goals that really put the kids out on activities to try everything. First ranks in each one of the land and the sea activities. That is a pretty good goal for somebody in their first year at camp. You want to stretch it a little bit? How about going for the second goal in every single activity during your first or second year at camp? To me, as a parent who had two kids come through the program, that's the type of idea that you want to have with regards to setting goals for your first or second year camper. The key to that is, if your camper has tried all of the different activities and gotten the first and second rank in all of their activities, they're going to start to dial in and know what activities interest them, where they want to spend their time when they come back in that third summer or that fourth summer, and how they are able to focus their time during their summer. Now, if you are a parent of somebody that's coming back for their third, maybe fourth year, start to look in that upper intermediate goal range. This is the time where your son or daughter may have been at camp for the last couple years. They've done all the first or second ranks in each one of the activities, and now they're starting to tell you, Mom, Dad, I really want to focus on archery. Or Mom, Dad, I really want to focus on sailing. Start to look at those upper intermediate ranks. Those are the ones that really start to narrow in and dial in what your camper will be doing towards those ranks during that summer. Now, if you're a veteran, if you've been here 4, 5, 6 years, you're going to be looking at that upper to that advanced goal range. This is where I've been coming for a number of years. I know that I love sailing, and my goal this summer is to go after my Lightning Skipper. I know that I've spent the last 4 or 5 years building up in the ranks, getting all of the ones that lead me up to that point. Now my focus is Lightning Skipper for the summer. Some of those advanced ranks take a full 3 to 4 weeks in order to achieve. Wanted to give you a little bit of a breakdown so that as you're sitting down with your camper and looking through that, whether you're a first-time parent or whether you're a parent of somebody that's coming back for their 5th or 6th years, start to look at those different zones on the goal setting guide and focus in with your camper on what they want to shoot for the summer.
So we've talked about staff and we've talked about goal setting. How are we going to bring that all together? Every year before camp, we ask all of our campers to write a letter to their counselor. In this letter, we give campers the opportunity to share information about them. What are they excited about? Maybe what they're nervous about. What are their goals for the summer? And what do they hope to achieve while they're at camp? So why is the letter to my counselor so important? This letter allows our counselors the opportunity to get to know each of our campers a little bit more before they come through the gates. This lays a foundation for them prior to arriving to camp. It gives them the opportunity to share their goals, their interests, things that excite them, things that we just might want to know about them. Having a strong foundation allows counselors and campers to work together from the very beginning. While we set goals prior to coming to camp, we recognize too, interests might change. Campers might decide, you know what, I thought I was interested in tennis, but canoeing is really fun. And so counselors have the ability to help guide and shift and pivot with their campers throughout the summer as those interests change, as those goals change. The letter to my counselor, goal setting guide, as well as our blue and green books are great tools for all campers to be able to set goals for the summer. Things might change, interests might shift, but the tools are in place to help them get started and stay successful throughout the entire summer.
Thanks, Morgan. We've heard about Seagull and Seafarer's program design. We've also heard about tools to help your camper set themselves up for a successful summer. But the main thing that we want you to hear is that your kids are going to have so much fun. Camp is a place where campers can grow, build relationships, and try new things in a safe and supportive environment. We want to see your campers come back summer after summer.
We hope you have found this video helpful as you prepare for your summer, set goals, and learn more about our program. If you have other questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us via email or phone, or head to our website. There's a lot of great information on there as well.
Thank you so much for joining us. You know what to do.
Let's go do it.